you're cruising to Alaska, you probably have watched the packed versus wore videos on YouTube about clothes for Alaska cruises. Well, I'm going to change it up today and share with you the packed versus what actually worked in Alaska. Hi, I'm Kristen. My cruising channel is The Bargain Chasing Tourist, and I'm currently on my Alaska cruise the last week of May. Last year, I sailed to Alaska the week before Memorial Day, so I thought I was an Alaska packing expert. However, the weather this year has been completely different than last year. It rained almost every day of the cruise, and that shows you just how unpredictable Alaska is. So let's get you prepared for your Alaska cruise. When I was getting ready for this Alaska cruise, I put together this Pack With Me video. So the video you're watching now is the update of what actually worked. Let's get started because there's a lot to unpack. My first item that worked, my high waterproof boots. I wore these last year on my cruise and again this year, and they keep my feet warm and dry, and these are comfortable as well. I could easily go from wearing these on the ship to walking around in Alaska and facing the elements, which on this cruise I faced pouring rain and snow. And May is the driest month in Alaska. These are heavy though, so I have to account for this in my luggage if I don't wear these on my travel day. What I did notice about the people that live in Alaska that are working outside, they are all wearing waterproof boots. Sneakers just don't cut it here. Definitely, I think a boot is essential. These are called J-Boo. They are a dupe of the Sorel Joan of Arctic boot, and these were about a third of the price of those boots. I've had these for several years. These are amazing. What didn't work? Suede boots. These are my daughter's Kookaburra by Uggs suede boots. These got soaked within several minutes of walking in the rain in Ketchikan. And at the end of our tour, when my daughter took these off, we had to wring out her socks. I didn't realize it at the time, and it felt like a really big mom fail that I didn't buy her waterproof boots. These did not dry in the stateroom overnight. They were still soaked the next day. So after several useless attempts of trying to dry these with a hairdryer, I had to pay for laundry twice to dry these because it rained the next day in Juneau as well. Along the same lines, thin socks do not work when you go out in Alaska. These are what she wore with her boots that first day where that got soaked. So next time I'm only going to bring insulated socks for her like these, or these are the ones that I wore. So the second day when she wore these with the Uggs, the socks helped keep her feet warm, even though the boots got wet. If you haven't subscribed to the Bargain Chasing Tourist channel yet, what are you waiting for? If you love cruise vlogs, cruise tips, ways to find bargains on everything about cruising, then please go ahead and subscribe. I would love to hear from you. I have more cruises planned, so there's going to be a lot more videos coming up. Alaska is a rainforest, so you need either a rain jacket or a poncho. My pearly rain poncho was a lifesaver. I wore this when it was pouring all day in Ketchikan, and it saved the day. So it is big enough. It has a hood, so it covers down to, my knees, and then it's large enough in the back that I wore this over my backpack and saved my backpack and the things inside. I saw a lot of cruise guests wearing the ponchos that are the consistency of hotel shower caps, and those don't provide a lot of coverage, and they're pretty much single use. So this Hurley Rain poncho, the material's thick, so it kept me dry, and then it dried pretty quickly itself, and then it folds back up into the little case so I can carry this around in my backpack. For our Alaska cruises in May, we all wore puffer coats with big, thick, fur-trimmed hoods, and we needed them. We wore them in all of the Alaskan ports. I saw people wearing like long sleeve shirts even, and hoodies. We took a tour in Skagway into the Yukon where it was actively snowing there. So we definitely needed a coat this thick. A windbreaker or a lighter jacket would not have cut it. I wear my hat and then I put the coat on with the hood, and then I even put the poncho over the coat. Those are my layers in Ketchikan and Juneau, and that worked. It seems like a lot, but we needed it. On my packing list, I definitely have a small, foldable, packable umbrella. I'm gonna say these didn't work in Alaska. These are so small and rather flimsy that when it was pouring in Ketchikan and then the wind in Skagway in the afternoon was so strong, it just blew these backwards, and so it wasn't keeping us dry at all. Our guide in Ketchikan on our tour had these really strong, thick, heavy umbrellas that were really big, but they worked, and he lent them to us for the tour. As hard as it is to pack one of those, and it's going to take up a lot of space, I would say if I come back, I'm going to bring a heavy duty, strong, larger umbrella that I know is going to keep us dry. On my cruises sea days, I wore this long tunic sweatshirt with Hue leggings. That's what I'm wearing today on our second to last sea day. And then I also wore this purple bear paw sweatshirt, which worked really well. I wore this over Under Armour joggers. Now, these were a little thin, actually, so these are my joggers, and I definitely could have worn either fleece lined leggings or a heavier sweatsuit pant for sure, because these were a little bit chilly to walk on the open decks. And then I did wear this sweater on our glacier day, which worked well. This cruise, I would say, has been so cold. Like, this has been the coldest cruise I think I've ever been on. On the port days, I wore a couple different sweaters. So in Ketchikan, I actually wore a turtleneck tunic over leggings, and I needed the turtleneck. This is not a heavy sweater, but it worked. It definitely was warm enough with my coat and my poncho over it. And then in Juneau, I brought this white tunic, but it has kind of a little bit of cutout in the back. So I did get compliments on it when I wore it around the ship before I left. But had I been out on an excursion in Juneau, this probably wouldn't have been warm enough. I did wear my puffer coat over it, but I only spent a couple hours out in Juneau afternoon just walking around. I definitely would have needed a little bit more warmth and coverage if we had gone out on the whale watch or gone out on a sled dog excursion or something like that. And then in Skagway, I wore this. It's a long tunic sweater, and then I wore my coat over it, and this worked out well. So for the first two outfits, I did wear Spanx leggings. I did think about bringing fleece lined leggings, but I love my Spanx leggings so much that I brought those. So I definitely could have used a little more warmth there with a fleece lined legging. I just didn't have any this year, so I didn't buy any new ones. So I am wearing this again on our last sea day. I had planned to do multiple loads of laundry, but on this Discovery Princess ship, they've stopped doing the complimentary laundry in the laundromats that are on the stateroom floors. So I didn't bring a bunch of different outfits. I had planned to wash and wear a couple things multiple times in the cruise. So I only did laundry once and had to pay for both the washing and the drying. So I ended up not doing multiple loads of laundry. So that's why I'm kind of ran out of outfits a little bit, because I have one outfit I was planning to wear on the ship as a sea day outfit, which I now need to wear that in Seattle. So I'm re-wearing this, but it's working today on our sea day. Have you already sailed to Alaska? I would love to know your experience. Please let me know in the comments below. What works on Alaska cruises is to expect the unexpected. Hope for days as beautiful as this, but plan that some of your days may have less desirable weather. Be adaptable and embrace the unpredictability of the Alaska weather. And keep the attitude that your Alaska cruise is going to be the most amazing ever, no matter what happens. I'm Kristen from the Bargain Chasing Tourist, and I hope to see you at sea.